Hi, my name is Tim. I'm Senior Application Specialist at HCRsoft. In today's webinar, we will have a look at the Custom Tools Viewer. Many does not even know that we have this type of application, so today we'll introduce it to you. With me today, I have my wingman, Sales Manager, Mr. Francois Simon, who will answer your questions. You can use the chat box in the GoToWebinar panel. I will make room after the session for more questions to let you follow this presentation better. We expect the webinar to be fairly quick. It should take somewhere in the range of maybe 12 minutes to cover this as an overview. The webinar is actually being recorded right now and are going to be made available online later on. Okay, let's get started. Where should I use this? Is there any good reason for it? The answer is yes. There are many ways you can utilize the CT Viewer. Managers, for instance, can easily open files and verify that design is looking correct and check properties of a set of files. The production side can open a drawing or even the model and take measurements of the model. Sales and marketing can quickly show and understand a product by opening it in the viewer. And order processing can search and find products and verify that they are indeed ready to be manufactured or sold even. It even works as an internal spare parts lookup because we can open the assembly and apply filters to the exact component that we need. Okay. Now we got a bit of your attention, so let's talk about capabilities. From the viewer, a user can print the drawing, either all drawings or just missing ones, or the one that you accidentally spilled your coffee all over. A user can export bill of material structure to different formats and even export to another system like ERP. If someone forgot to add dimension to a drawing, the production side can take simple dimensions of the model. Managers can open the assembly to whatever level or structure he needs and then make validation. It could be a visual confirmation of design or just to verify custom properties are in place. As normally, if I use a file from the internet, I want to accredit whoever made this, so that has been done by this slide. But there is no time to waste. Let's just bring it on and have a live look. So let me open up the CT Viewer. Okay, so the Custom Tools Viewer you can utilize in different areas of your company. And I'm going to show this as different users, you could say. So right now I am in the production and I'm trying to manufacture a part, and one dimension went missing on a drawing that I had. So I'm going to look up the drawing directly. So 2517, that is, if it wants to write, 25, why is it not writing anything? 2517. Okay, 17. Numlock. So now I'm going to search for this one. And I find the exact component that I need. Now, if you are using custom tools inside SolidWorks, you may be aware that we have this search pane exactly the same in SolidWorks. So now I am happy because I found the part that I'm actually trying to manufacture, and I can open up this one in the viewer. And when I have it loaded in the viewer, I can go ahead and make some dimension check and see, okay, from this edge to the center, how far is it? Okay, it's 180 millimeters. So now I know that I can continue manufacturing this part file. The only issue is I actually spilled my coffee all over the drawing, so I actually would like to have my drawing printed again, and I can do that. I don't even have to bother the engineering team or anything. I can just hit print, and I can select to print to whatever printer I have available and then hit OK. And I will have a fresh drawing of this one. So from production side, this is a very good way of working. You can even open up the drawing of this component if you want to. And as you can see, we are missing quite a few dimensions. So if you are considering going completely paperless in your production, this is your chance. We can use the viewer for utilizing this. Okay, let's close these documents. Imagine that I was a manager and I wanted to check that a file was ready and good to go. So I could search for whatever file I wanted to and find that one. So in this case, let's look at this one. I want to make sure that everything is correct. So I can do that in multiple ways. I can, for instance, run an export of this one without even opening the structure. And in this case, I'm using a script. So I'm actually checking for if a drawing has, if a part has a drawing already. And I can see that this line is highlighted. So clearly this design is not ready yet because we are actually missing a drawing for this one. Then why are we not having missed drawings on these ones? Well, these are by components, and basically we don't need to have a drawing. So the question is, why do we have drawings for these two? So as a manager, I can have a pretty decent overview and make decisions based on what I see. So now I can actually print or export this one. And I could take my Excel report and walk around in the company and ask questions as why is there no drawing for this one, and did we buy these components? Even more, if I wanted to open this one up, I could do so. So I could actually open it in CUSTOMTOOLS Viewer or in an external program like SolidWorks, for instance. But I'm going to open up this one in the viewer. And as you can see, we have the file structure, we have description, we can add all the columns of description that we want or whatever. All the information that are found in the file, we can add as columns here. We can have even further property sets. So these are defined in SolidWorks, so I can hit the properties and I can verify that properties are intact and as they should be for this product to be sent to the production site and further down the line sold as well. If I wanted to, I could even go in and print the entire structure. So I can go in and select print and say I want to print everything for production. In this case, I basically don't want to print anything that has the by. So I could go and say if the document type is by, I want to clear the referencing drawing and then clear those. So now I'm only printing out what I actually need to make. So all the ones that had a by property are not being printed. Okay, let me close this one. So maybe I'm a sales manager or I'm in marketing and I need to understand if a product is ready. Someone called me and asked, hey, can I buy a subwoofer from you? And I'm going to run a search for assemblies. I could use the free search or any other combination and I can just run a search. So here I have an assembly, a subwoofer, and I can open it up. And I could have a discussion with my client if this is what they are looking for. Yeah, how tall is it? Well, we can go and make a measurement. Yeah, it's a bit more than 1 meter tall. Okay, so it fits okay. So let's buy that one. And I can actually make an order. I can just send this through my ERP system and say I need to order this one. And I could do that probably by running an export, like an order for something. Yeah, you get the idea. Maybe someone calls in and say, hey, I have an issue. My piston, it just blew a compression ring. I need to buy a new one. And whoever's on the phone might not even know what the compression ring is. So we go in and say, okay, you call the compression ring. So let's type that. So compression, and we can just run a search for everything, and we get the compression ring. So it's working as well as some kind of spare part interface where you can actually browse your own files. And the good thing about it is everyone is looking at the same set of data. So the engineering is saving files, and everyone in production and everywhere else is actually accessing the exact same file structure. So now we can open up this model and we can see if it's the one that we need. Okay. This is actually all I had to show for today. And as you hopefully agree, the Custom Tools Viewer is a pretty strong application to add to a company. It is versatile and can be used in by many different people at many different departments, and they are all looking at the same set of data. Our next webinar will be an introduction to new functionality in 2019 called Easy Implementation. This will take place on October 18th, same time as today. We are open for questions when the recording is stopped, but first I want to thank you all for attending this webinar, and I hope to see all of you for the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.
We are in the life-saving business. We kill your routines before they kill you.